Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is in no way a super exciting video, but I do want to talk a little bit about shop storage and organization. Just know I'm not the king of this in any way, shape, or form, and this might seem like an extremely dull topic to you, and that's okay. If you'll just, kind of suffer through the whole video, you might get some ideas out of this, because I have spent some time, again, I'm no pro, but I have spent some time really trying to make a very small space work with a pretty large amount of tools. So anyway, I'm just going to go over, kind of rapid fire, a bunch of different stuff, different things that I use to organize the shop and keep things in. Take what you like, leave what you don't. Hopefully there will be something in this video for you. If you find you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber and you came across this video on your way through YouTube, make sure you go down, click subscribe to get future content related to this topic. Okay, right off the bat, let's talk about some really obvious things you can do. Pick up a toolbox from your local hardware store or Harbor Freight. Personally, I have had the Lowe's Cobalt, I've had the Home Depot Husky, and I've also had one cheap Hyper Tough toolbox I got from Walmart that was like 33 bucks on clearance. I used to have a number of different toolboxes is what I'm getting to, and what I eventually did was got rid of all of them, sold them all, and bought the US General. By far, the US General toolboxes, in my opinion, are the best that money can buy. There's going to be somebody, oh, Snap-on's so much better, Matco, whatever, Okay, I'm talking about affordable toolboxes. You can spend just about the same amount of money on a toolbox from Home Depot or Lowe's and get far less quality, far less organization space than you can out of these US Generals. All right, so still sticking with pretty typical stuff you'll find in a shop is these parts storage organizers. I've got some of the Milwaukee stuff. I definitely like them for bigger, more bulky storage, but without spending a ton of money on their way overpriced pack out stuff. I know people love them. I'm just not willing to spend the money on the smaller parts organizers. These are like the less expensive $25 ones. I've gone with the Harbor Freights. These ones are actually pretty decent. They're definitely in no way the quality of a Milwaukee box, but they definitely do the job. So as you can see here, I have thrown together the cheapest, flimsiest little junky plywood parts organizer storage thing, and I definitely plan on building a really nice one when I have more floor space and having plenty of parts boxes to organize and label parts with. Pretty obvious, but great way to organize small parts inside of your shop. I've got a few different ones. I'll buy more of the Milwaukees, and I will also buy more of the Harbor Freighters. They both work fine. They both have their purpose in my shop. All right, so shelving is a pretty obvious one as well. You're gonna find these in a lot of shops and garages. I would avoid the wire shelves for a shop because things tend to fall in them, and they don't work as good as like the particle board like that this shelving unit has. Things don't fall through it, things don't get hung up on it like on the wire shelves. Definitely go for the particle board shelves over the wire shelves. Of course, there's probably a place for the wire shelves. Okay, maybe getting slightly more obscure is right here I've got a cart. I actually got this for free in this teeny shop. The wheels don't make as much of a difference, but it is a very nice shelf to have. I definitely can see myself storing different things on it than spare engines in the future, but it's just kind of where those fit for now. Everything's, like I said, kind of temporary. So I know Harbor Freight sells some carts kind of like this. They look a lot more like this little one here that I also got. I mounted my drill press to it, and I think that was a pretty good use of it. It's at a pretty good working height because it's just a bench top drill press. But yeah, so if you can get your hands on some carts like these, look on Facebook Marketplace and stuff, they definitely have a place in a shop or a garage. Keep your eyes peeled for them. I'm sure you can find them. This is one of my favorite repurposings I've done for shop organization. Not that I've repurposed a lot of stuff, but a couple of things I'll mention. Basically, these are some automatic transfer switch boxes for generators. They are far from perfect, but some of you guys will recognize this. This is where I keep all of my oil. I think it's a pretty good little more or less fireproof container to keep oil. Not that oil just spontaneously combusts or anything like that, but I do think that the oil is pretty safe in there. I've got some LEDs in there, but it's kind of like my oil cabinet, various oil related things in there. I welded some shelves inside. They're of decent strength. They definitely didn't turn out super nice, but function over form, I guess. But basically, this is just where I keep all of my lubricants, spray cans, starting fluid, everything under the sun. Anyway, so that's that. I've repurposed these things, and I think they turned out pretty nice. They take place of those kind of what I feel like is overpriced wall hanging cabinets with shelves in them. I'll insert a picture of what I'm talking about if you don't know what I'm talking about. if you've got the money, definitely go out and buy those things if money's not really an issue. If it is, you know, you can even take just regular old electric boxes, weld some hinges onto them, maybe create a little latch for it. Maybe you don't even create a latch for it, you just weld in some shelves or something. And I definitely think that you'll end up with some pretty nice little steel boxes that you can store all kinds of little things like that in there with it. So I definitely think that's one of the coolest things I've done for shop organization, especially on a budget. It cost me nothing. All right, let's talk real quick about probably the most boring or least exciting thing in the whole shop. It's these plastic tubs. I do think that there is a place for them. I don't love everything that I have in them. Some of this stuff is too heavy for them, and it is kind of a pain to open the drawers and things. Basically, I'm not going to go through each one of these, but like I keep some shop manuals in there, safety glasses, dust masks, gloves. Basically got random new parts in here for small engines and things like that going all the way down. All kinds of different things. These do have a place. I could see you having a couple of them, like especially for PPE stuff. I think they're worth getting. I just picked them up from Walmart. They're like 12 bucks or something like that. I'm sure they've gone up dramatically in price like everything else has, but they definitely have a place in the shop. Hey, while we're here, one of the probably more common things people use, but definitely a little bit more obscure than the standard products you can buy from the store, is a filing cabinet. I got this also out of a storage unit. I keep my skill saws in there. It's a perfect place to keep them. I guess there's a sander in there, my multi-material skill saw or circular saw, cordless circular saw, and the actual skill saw. So filing cabinet's definitely a pretty good option. This one's beat up and old, but hey, it definitely works. All right, one of the other things I built myself is this grinder storage rack. I think this is a huge improvement. If you've got more than just 1 or 2 angle grinders in your shop, I'd say it's worth it even if you have 3. Just take some old scrap metal, and of course it's a welding project, so you'll have to be able to weld. And I have a whole video on this, but basically I just took, you know, some metal, put it together, and I hang my angle grinders off the bottom. I have a place to organize all of the different discs I use on them, and I welded it to the wall of the shipping container. Very simple project, very fun project, and definitely something worth doing, taking your time to do. It keeps the grinders way more organized than they ever have been, being thrown into a drawer. Makes them way easier to grab and use and work with. So definitely consider building one of these grinder storage racks. If you want to watch the video, I guess there'll be a link in the description below. You can check it out and see how I built this thing. So last, I guess we'll talk about the tools, the cordless tools. And it is a complete mess right now, but if I pull away some of this mess, you can start to see through the organization here, and I do plan to get more of these. I picked these up from a company called lstarscience.com. I'm sure they're everywhere. I know you can buy them off of Amazon as well. I'm pretty sure from the same guy. He just has an Amazon store and his own store. He sent a few of these out to me not that long ago, maybe two-ish years ago, and I tried them out. They were definitely a huge improvement to organizing my cordless tools. So I just need more of them. Like I need some for, you know, this hot glue gun. I need some for, you know, just various tools that are in here. Kind of hard to say this is a shop organization video when I'm as disorganized here as I am. But really this, you know, just getting a good piece of wood and mounting those little plastic blocks that each of these tools line up on, you can kind of see where they're at. They're all lined up real nice and neat. It'll give you plenty of room to work with. I definitely think it helps organize your shop quite a bit. Again, despite the mess I've kind of got laying around here. All right, guys, if you made it this far in the video, I'd be kind of surprised. I know it was just a lot of blabbering. I'm just talking to you a whole lot. Basically, I want to know what things that I could probably do to organize a little bit better. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you do differently, or how you would do things differently, or just different, you know, kind of recycled materials and things like that, like my automatic transfer switch boxes that I made into cabinets and the filing cabinet, things like that. Let me know what you repurpose in your shop to use for shop organization, because I'm always looking for ideas and always looking to be a little bit more organized and clean in here than I currently am. So thanks for watching, everybody. Again, if you haven't hit the thumbs up button already, please go down and hit that thumbs up. Click the subscribe button if you're not a subscriber, and I'll see you in the next video.